What happens to the body of an elderly person after the age of 80? This question may sound simple, but the answer goes much deeper than we imagine. Entering life beyond 80, the human body does not just grow older. It undergoes unique changes that are not always visible on the surface. These changes often happen gradually, subtly, and sometimes go unnoticed until they truly affect daily life. On one hand, our body has traveled a long journey, 8 decades of endurance, wisdom, and resilience. Yet on the other hand, the systems within us begin to show signs of weariness. Organs that have worked tirelessly start to slow down, muscles weaken more quickly, and even the way we feel thirst or enjoy food may change. This is what makes life after 80 so different compared to the decades before. What's fascinating is that many of these changes are rarely talked about openly. In reality, understanding what happens at this age can help us be more prepared, more mindful, and wiser in taking care of ourselves. With just a little knowledge, we can turn worry into prevention. We can adapt our lifestyle, preserve our energy, and enjoy our days more comfortably. Today, we will explore 5 important changes that usually happen after the age of 80. 5 things that are often overlooked, yet can make a big difference if we know them early on. So let's discover them together, not with fear, but with curiosity and a strong spirit to care for ourselves at every stage of life. Let's begin. Number 1, changes in the digestive system. After the age of 80, our digestive system no longer works as quickly or efficiently as it once did. This change doesn't mean the body has stopped functioning, it simply slows down naturally. Processes that used to happen without us noticing, such as breaking down food and absorbing nutrients, now require more effort from the body. These small changes may seem minor, but they can have a big impact on energy, strength, and overall health. One of the less-known changes is the decline in stomach acid production, also known as hydrochloric acid. This fluid is essential because it helps break down food and allows the body to absorb vital nutrients such as vitamin B12, iron, calcium, and magnesium. When stomach acid decreases, nutrients from daily meals are no longer absorbed as efficiently. As a result, older adults may begin to feel fatigued more easily or experience symptoms such as tingling, cramps, or fragile bones. This condition is often referred to as hypochlorhydria or low stomach acid. Interestingly, many people believe they have too much acid because they experience reflux or heartburn. In reality, the opposite may be true. Low acid levels can cause food to stay longer in the stomach, which puts pressure on the esophageal valve and creates that burning sensation. This is one of the things that often goes unrecognized after the age of 80. Another factor is the slowing down of natural intestinal movements, known as peristalsis. In youth, the intestines move food along quickly and efficiently, but in later years, this process slows, leading to a greater tendency for constipation. Constipation is not just uncomfortable, it can also cause additional problems such as hemorrhoids or reduced appetite due to a constant feeling of fullness. Another often overlooked change involves the pancreas. This small organ produces enzymes essential for digesting fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. By the age of 80, the production of these enzymes may decline. As a result, fats in food are not digested properly, which can cause bloating, diarrhea, or unintended weight loss. The body seems less able to fully utilize energy from food. Older adults are also more vulnerable to changes in the gut microbiome, the community of beneficial bacteria that aids digestion and protects the body from disease. With age, the diversity of good bacteria tends to decrease, while less helpful bacteria may increase. This can trigger low-grade chronic inflammation, often called inflammaging. This condition quietly contributes to many health issues in older adults, from weakened immunity to declining brain function. The good news is that, while these changes are natural, there are ways to support the body. Eating fiber-rich foods such as fruits, vegetables, beans, and whole grains helps keep the intestines moving regularly. Fiber also feeds beneficial gut bacteria, strengthening the microbiome. Recent research shows that maintaining gut health is just as important as protecting the brain or heart, especially in later life. In addition to fiber, probiotics have become increasingly popular among older adults. Probiotics are found in yogurt, kefir, or special supplements. These good bacteria help rebalance the gut microbiome, making digestion smoother. Some studies even suggest that probiotics may improve mood, since the gut and brain are closely connected through what scientists call the gut-brain axis. One often overlooked factor is hydration. Water is the digestive system's best friend. Without enough fluids, fiber cannot work effectively, and the intestines slow down even more. Many older adults forget to drink enough water because the sense of thirst diminishes with age. As a result, constipation and dehydration can worsen digestive problems. Making hydration a daily habit is crucial, even if you don't feel thirsty. In conclusion, changes in the digestive system after age 80 are not a sign of the body giving up. They're simply part of the natural journey of life. With the right understanding, older adults can take simple steps to support their bodies, from choosing nutrient-rich foods and staying hydrated to maintaining regular eating routines. By doing so, the digestive system can remain a source of energy and health, rather than a source of discomfort. Number 2, muscle mass loss. One of the most important yet often underestimated changes after the age of 80 is the accelerated loss of muscle mass, a condition known as sarcopenia. While some degree of muscle loss happens naturally with age, after 80 the process speeds up significantly. This is not just about losing strength, it affects balance, mobility, and the ability to stay independent in daily activities. On average, older adults can lose up to 1 to 2% of their muscle mass each year past the age of 80. That might sound small, but over time it adds up quickly. For example, the strength needed to rise from a chair, climb stairs, or carry groceries can be noticeably reduced within a few years. This explains why many seniors suddenly feel weaker or more fatigued, even without major health issues. Why does this happen? One key reason is the decline in the body's ability to produce and use proteins efficiently. Muscles are built and maintained from protein, but as we age, the body doesn't process it as effectively. Even if someone eats the same diet they always have, their muscles may not receive the same building blocks they did earlier in life. Hormonal changes also play a big role. Levels of hormones such as testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone naturally decline with age. These hormones are important for maintaining muscle mass. After 80, the reduced hormone levels make it harder for the body to hold onto muscle, which explains why even active seniors may notice changes in their strength. Another factor is reduced physical activity. Many seniors naturally move less due to joint pain, fatigue, or fear of falling. Unfortunately, the less we move, the faster muscle mass disappears. It becomes a vicious cycle. Less activity leads to weaker muscles, and weaker muscles make activity even harder. Breaking this cycle is crucial to preserving independence. The loss of muscle isn't just a physical issue, it also affects metabolism. Muscles burn calories even at rest, so when muscle mass decreases, metabolism slows down. This can contribute to weight gain, especially around the abdomen, which in turn increases the risk of diabetes and heart disease. Thus, muscle health is deeply connected to overall health. The encouraging news is that even after 80, it's possible to slow or even partially reverse muscle loss. Simple resistance exercises such as lifting light weights, using resistance bands, or even bodyweight movements like squats and wall push-ups can stimulate muscle growth. Research shows that seniors in their 80s and even 90s can build strength when they practice regular resistance training. Protein intake also becomes more important. While younger adults might manage with moderate amounts, older adults often need slightly higher protein to support their muscles. Foods like fish, chicken, beans, Greek yogurt, and eggs are excellent sources. Pairing protein intake with physical activity helps maximize muscle maintenance and growth. Balance exercises should also be part of the routine. As muscles weaken, the risk of falls increases, Gentle practices like Tai Chi, yoga, or simply practicing standing on one leg with support can strengthen stabilizing muscles and reduce fall risk. Maintaining strong muscles isn't just about strength, it's also about coordination and confidence in movement. In summary, losing muscle mass after 80 is a natural process, but it doesn't have to mean losing independence or quality of life. By staying active, eating well, and engaging in simple strength and balance exercises, seniors can maintain their mobility, energy, and freedom. The goal isn't to have the muscles of a young athlete, but to keep the body strong enough to support a joyful, active, and independent life. Number 3, changes in taste and smell. One of the more surprising changes after the age of 80 happens not in the muscles or bones, but in the senses, particularly taste and smell. These two senses are often taken for granted in earlier life, yet they play a major role in our overall well-being. They influence our appetite, our enjoyment of meals, and even our ability to stay safe in daily life. Taste buds gradually decline with age, both in number and sensitivity. A young adult has about 10,000 taste buds, but by the time someone reaches their 80s, many of these have diminished. The result is that foods may taste less vibrant, less sweet, or less salty than before. A favorite dish from years past might suddenly seem bland or unappealing, leading some seniors to lose interest in eating. Smell, closely linked to taste, also weakens with age. The olfactory nerves, which detect odors, become less sensitive. This change not only dulls the flavor of food, but also makes it harder to notice important scents in the environment. For example, older adults may have difficulty detecting spoiled food, smoke from a fire, or a gas leak, issues that can pose serious health risks if unnoticed. This decline in taste and smell isn't just about enjoyment. It can affect nutrition. If food tastes bland, seniors may eat less than they need, leading to unintentional weight loss, fatigue, or nutrient deficiencies. Others may go in the opposite direction, adding more sugar or salt to make food taste better, which can worsen conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure. There's also a psychological effect. Food is deeply connected to memory and emotion. The smell of fresh bread or the taste of a family recipe often brings back cherished memories. When taste and smell fade, meals can feel less meaningful, and social gatherings around food may lose some of their joy. This can contribute to loneliness or even depression in some older adults. It's important to note that certain medications, common in older age, can also interfere with taste and smell. Blood pressure medicines, antibiotics, and some treatments for arthritis or depression may alter the way flavors are perceived. Sometimes adjusting medication under a doctor's supervision can help restore some of the lost sensations. But there are ways to adapt. Using herbs, spices, and natural seasonings can enhance flavor without relying on excess salt or sugar. Ingredients like garlic, ginger, cinnamon, or fresh lemon juice can make meals more appealing while also offering health benefits. For many seniors, rediscovering cooking with spices becomes not only practical, but enjoyable. Texture also becomes more important as taste and smell decline. Crunchy vegetables, creamy soups, or juicy fruits can make meals more interesting, even if the flavors are muted. Paying attention to texture adds variety and satisfaction, keeping meals enjoyable even with fewer taste sensations. Staying socially connected during meals can also help. Eating with family or friends even just once or twice a week can make food more enjoyable, regardless of how strong taste and smell are. Studies show that seniors who eat with others tend to consume more balanced meals and report greater satisfaction with their diets. In short, changes in taste and smell after 80 are common, but often overlooked. They can affect nutrition, safety, and even emotional well-being. By using herbs and spices, exploring new textures, and maintaining social connections around meals, older adults can continue to find joy in food. After all, eating is not just about survival, it's about savoring life's simple pleasures. Number 4, the brain's sensitivity to dehydration. After the age of 80, one of the most overlooked but critical changes in the body is how the brain reacts to dehydration. While younger adults quickly feel thirsty when they need water, older adults often lose this natural signal. The thirst mechanism becomes weaker with age, meaning the brain doesn't alert the body as effectively. As a result, seniors may not realize they're dehydrated until the effects are already noticeable. Even mild dehydration can have a strong impact on the brain at this stage of life. It can cause confusion, forgetfulness, and difficulty concentrating, symptoms that are sometimes mistaken for dementia or normal aging. In fact, studies have shown that dehydration is one of the leading reversible causes of cognitive decline in older adults. The brain is made up of nearly 75% water, and it relies on proper hydration to transmit signals between cells. When water levels drop, brain cells struggle to communicate effectively. This can lead to headaches, dizziness, or even sudden changes in mood. Seniors might feel unusually irritable, anxious, or fatigued without realizing that dehydration is the root cause. Another reason dehydration is dangerous in older adults is its connection to falls. When the brain and body lack fluids, blood pressure can drop, leading to lightheadedness and imbalance. For someone in their 80s, even a minor fall can have major consequences, such as fractures or long-term loss of mobility. Staying hydrated is therefore a simple but powerful way to prevent accidents. The kidneys also play a role. With age, the kidneys become less efficient at conserving water, which means the body loses fluids more quickly. This makes older adults more vulnerable to dehydration, especially in hot weather or during illness. It also explains why many doctors emphasize hydration as one of the cornerstones of healthy aging. One hidden challenge is that some medications, such as diuretics for blood pressure or drugs for heart conditions, can increase fluid loss. Seniors taking multiple medications may not realize how much faster they are becoming dehydrated. This makes it even more important to pay close attention to daily water intake. Fortunately, staying hydrated doesn't mean forcing down large amounts of plain water all at once. Small, steady sips throughout the day are usually more effective. In addition to water, foods like watermelon, oranges, cucumbers, and soups are excellent sources of hydration. Herbal teas and diluted fruit juices can also help keep fluid levels steady. Some older adults avoid drinking enough water because of concerns about frequent trips to the bathroom. While this is understandable, dehydration poses a much greater risk than increased bathroom visits. Simple adjustments like limiting fluids close to bedtime while drinking more during the day can help balance both concerns. It's also helpful to make hydration a daily habit rather than waiting for thirst. For example, keeping a water bottle within reach, setting reminders, or linking hydration to daily routines, such as drinking a glass of water with every meal, can make it easier to stay on track. Over time, these small habits become second nature. In summary, after the age of 80, the brain becomes far more sensitive to dehydration, and the signs can be subtle but serious. By paying attention to fluid intake, eating water-rich foods, and making hydration part of everyday routines, seniors can protect their brain, maintain mental clarity, and reduce the risk of falls. Something as simple as a glass of water can be one of the most powerful tools for healthy aging. Number 5, skin and immune system vulnerability. After the age of 80, the skin undergoes profound changes that are more than just cosmetic. While wrinkles and age spots are often the most visible, the deeper issue is that the skin becomes thinner, drier, and less resilient. This means that even small cuts, bumps, or bruises can take longer to heal than they once did. One major reason for this is the natural decline in collagen and elastin production. These proteins are responsible for keeping the skin firm, elastic, and capable of repairing itself. As levels decrease, the skin not only looks more fragile but truly becomes weaker in structure. This makes it easier to tear and slower to recover from everyday injuries. Oil glands in the skin also become less active with age, reducing the skin's natural moisture barrier. This dryness can lead to itching, irritation, and a higher risk of cracking, which opens the door to infections. Many seniors find that their skin feels more sensitive than before, even when using products they had no problem with in earlier years. The immune system, closely tied to the health of the skin, also becomes less efficient. The body produces fewer immune cells and responds more slowly to threats such as bacteria, viruses, or even minor injuries. A small infection that a younger person might overcome easily can become more serious or spread more quickly in someone over 80. This combination, fragile skin and a slower immune response, means that preventive care becomes far more important. Something as simple as moisturizing daily can make a meaningful difference by protecting the skin barrier. Gentle cleansing, avoiding overly hot showers, and using fragrance-free lotions can help maintain hydration and reduce irritation. Sun exposure also takes on new significance. Skin that has been exposed to decades of sunlight carries more damage and is more prone to developing skin cancers, such as basal cell carcinoma or melanoma. Even in later years, using sunscreen, wearing wide-brimmed hats, and seeking shade during peak sun hours can lower the risk. Protection is not just for the young, it's a lifelong necessity. Nutrition plays a quiet but powerful role in skin and immune health. Foods rich in vitamins C and E, zinc, and omega-3 fatty acids can support repair and reduce inflammation. Staying hydrated also supports both the skin and immune system. Seniors who eat a colorful variety of fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats often notice their skin feels healthier and their recovery time improves. Another challenge is that vaccines tend to be less effective in people over 80 due to a phenomenon called immunosenescence, the natural aging of the immune system. However, they still provide valuable protection by lowering the severity of illnesses. Staying up to date with recommended vaccines, such as flu and pneumonia shots, remains a key defense strategy. Emotional well-being also influences both the skin and the immune system. Stress releases hormones that weaken the immune response and can even worsen skin conditions such as eczema or psoriasis. Practices like meditation, gentle exercise, and regular social interaction can help strengthen the immune system indirectly by reducing stress. In conclusion, the skin and immune system after 80 are more vulnerable than before, but they are not beyond care. Through daily habits like moisturizing, protecting against sun exposure, eating a nutrient-rich diet, and staying socially and emotionally engaged, seniors can maintain resilience. While aging cannot be stopped, it can be softened, helping older adults feel comfortable in their skin and protected from unnecessary illness. Reaching the age of 80 and beyond is an incredible achievement, a living proof of a long journey filled with stories and valuable experiences. Yes, the body may change, becoming more fragile, moving a little slower, but never forget that every wrinkle carries wisdom and every single day is a gift worth cherishing. Life at this stage is no longer about running fast, but about embracing peace, feeling the love of those around us, and finding joy in the simplest of things. Remember, true strength is no longer measured by muscles, but by a heart that is open, a soul that is calm, and a spirit that never fades. So celebrate each moment, care for your body with kindness, and keep smiling at life. Because in the end, age is only a number, but the spirit and love you share will always remain eternal. Thank you for watching. Don't miss the next exciting videos coming soon. Hit the notification bell now so every important message reaches you right on time.